stairs, 1,000 pounds a step, lungs reaching out, just trying to catch a breath. He searched around, but only anger was left. Then he started cussing her out and grabbed her neck. She couldn't breathe and he couldn't let go. He just kept digging his hands right around the throat, and she kept struggling, kicking and punching, overwhelmed with flashbacks of her old husband. But his hands loosened and down she dropped. All his anger was replaced with regretful thoughts as he collapsed to the floor with tears in his eyes. He slowly lifted his head and went to apologize, but calmly as she could, she told him to leave her alone, to pack his stuff and get up out of home. Then he felt it all come back, the devil's wrath. Right at the wrong time, it intersected his path. Wordless, he went in the kitchen and grabbed a knife with intentions of ending his mother's life. She tried to run, but he grabbed her by the hair, slammed her down, and he fed on her fare. She began begging him no, but his heartbeat was all he heard though, as he tightened his grip and lifted the knife, then quickly jabbed it in the windpipe. The blood spilled puddling on the floor, and with an echo, the silence crept to a roar. Her life slipped out the open wound, only allowing his wrath to blossom and bloom. He disturbingly climbed the stairs to a room, eyes wide, not expecting what would come soon. He opened the top dresser drawer and grabbed the gun, silently brandishing it, waiting for the reappearance of the sun. Zombie-like, he stared out the window, looking thoughtless and rather simple. Hours he waited till the school bus pulled up. He put the gat in his backpack and zipped it up. Went and kissed his mother with the wondrous words, "I love you," as a single tear dribbled down his cheek and dove off of his jaw, real quiet, steady and weak. Lifeless, he stepped on the bus, inhaling insults, each one speeding the pace of his pulse. He watched the verbs pass with eyes bloodshot, veins pulsating as the tighter his stomach got. In his mind, he kept hearing a voice shout. Then the bus doors opened and he walked out. Slow, relaxed breathing was what he heard, with the pounding of every thought and every word. Felt like something he had once dreamed, as the recollection of his roots of pain screamed. Flashes of the way his mother chose to live, and the cuts and bruises his father give, drowned it with visions of violence and liquor. How he watched, still whenever he hit her, getting glimpses of being laughed at in school. The poorest kid who was not human but fool, left to be alone and grow cold, wishing he died tomorrow since he was 11 years old. Never had a friend or a girl, feeling like his life was something the devil had hurled. Reliving the very moment he knifed his own mother, the thought was strong like a storm's thunder. The night the blood, the night the blood. His mother was the only thing he ever loved. Then he killed her, then he killed them. The once white floors were now stained red. In his high school halls, 13 bodies spread, each one motionless, each one dead. Then he turned the gun and placed the barrel in his mouth. A click, a boom, and he blasted his brains out. Almost in slow motion he dropped. I couldn't even move, I was shocked. He walked slow, calmly blasting, and I had math and history class with him. I can't understand what he was thinking. Watch him get ridiculed for being different. You know, he was quiet and kept to himself. I only talked to him once, but every word I felt. I knew he was always writing raps, but I never knew about what. Some say it was his whole murderous plot, but you know how rumors tend to go. They can have people believing the impossible, but deep down he was good, just geeky I guess. And it was probably the geeky that caused all this. With boulders the size of his, I too would be stressed. No doubt he had reason to be both mad and depressed, with all his mother's drinking in the poverty. Plus the bully in here was there to help, obviously. He just handled it all the wrong way, but y'all couldn't understand anyway. Rather criticize and play. Thank the world for this here red rose bag. It was you who forced him to swallow the devil's